Hello and welcome back to another video. We're going to be discussing this Saturday night's main event. It's a PBC fight. It's Gervonta Tank Davis versus Frank Martin. It's live from the MGM Grand Garden Arena in Las Vegas. Great to see a big fight at the MGM Grand again. You know, the T-Mobile Arena and obviously Saudi Arabia have been getting a lot of the bigger fights recently. You know, the MGM, one of the more iconic venues in boxing history. Great to see that. For me, it is the most iconic venue. So yeah, great to see that in use. Tank against Frank Martin is the main event. We'll break down a prediction here. I think it's a very, very good fight. You know, a lot of people in the game are very high on Frank Martin. You know, as the Derek James backing, he's 18-0, 12 of those wins coming by knockout. You know, the issue and problem I have for this fight coming in for Frank Martin is the level of opposition he's been fighting at versus Tank. We haven't seen Tank Davis versus in the ring, since he fought Ryan Garcia last time out. You know, that was a good 15 months ago now. You know, I'd definitely like to see Tank more active. You know, he's probably the face of American boxing right now, and I'm sure PBC would like to get him out more often too. So don't be surprised if he comes through this one nicely that we see him in maybe 3 or 4 months again. I think they're going to try and push him out a lot more regularly. Gervonta Davis is right in his physical prime right now. I think Martin may be able to cause some issues, but ultimately, from what I've seen, I think Tank's going to find a home. I think he's going to find a home for the uppercut. I think he's going to break Frank Martin down. I think he is going to stop him in this fight. I think he's going to maybe stop him late. I think it could be, the championship rounds potentially, round 10, 11, 12. But Tank will get there eventually. I think, for Frank Martin, at the level he's fought at versus where Gervonta Davis is, for me, it's night and day. I don't think you can bridge that gap overnight. I think you have to earn that. I think you have to be match made in the right potential fights on the way coming up. And I understand a lot of people's point of view on, Frank's going to cause Gervonta Davis problems, but I just don't see it in what I've seen so far. So, my prediction would be Tank Davis stops him in the later rounds. I'd like to be proven wrong. I'd like to see a very hard, close, competitive fight here, but I just don't see that from where I'm sat. But yes, hopefully I'm wrong. And I'd like to see Tank move forward after that, and I'd like to see the unification with Vasyl Lomachenko while Lomachenko is still at the height of his powers. I don't think he has too much long left, but that is the fight for me at 135 pounds that I would love to see, providing that Tank gets through this fight with Frank Martin at the weekend. It's a great card. It's a great fight. Hopefully Frank Martin can, shock the world and cause a big upset. But from my position, I just do not see it. But let me know in the comments. Let me know your predictions for Frank Martin and Gervonta Davis at the weekend from the MGM Grand.